Good evening, this is Nerdist a Human, and welcome back to our Nerfed Rebels campaign here on Rome Total War. And you join us at Thessaloniki, where last time Sextus has got himself right up against the walls, and that's an interesting sentence to start the episode on. However, they're looking fairly battered here. Should be said though that I'm a little bit reticent of charging my men in and getting themselves murdered, but we'll see if I decide to plug up the courage to do that here today. We do though have ourselves plenty of fun assassin spies and all of that nonsense around the map, which I think we might just be able to start pushing over the line into a few rebellions. Now, I should probably say it's been a little while in between me recording here, as I have been away, so I almost certainly forget about, yes, random armies like this one that I was sending over to the likes of Cirta. Good thing that they already had some instructions given to them. So if I forget anything massively obvious, that will be why I've been away for a good 2 weeks, or over 2 weeks actually, and so I to some extent have no idea what's going on anymore. So we'll see how all this goes down today. But yes, probably the most significant thing over here in this part of the world, we've got the Seleucids pretty much on their last stand, albeit they do have like 5 settlements. But yeah, this is where their last armies are remaining, because as far as I'm aware, there's not very much over in this part of the world. Hatra, and Carrhae are fairly quiet, and I suspect will be a-okay at holding on to these southern settlements. Cyrus is about to fall back to us with Spartacus taking that down. So yes, I would say things are looking very positive indeed. And of course, we do need to go and take back the likes of Byzantium, which currently is under the disgusting hand of the Greeks. On to the end turn then, and immediately we are going to have to take on this guy. I actually did take on this army in a little auto-resolve before, but okay, this is going to be a slightly more significant battle. They actually have some levy pikemen in this army. That's unusual. Big pile of infantry though, very little tactical maneuverability from them. This is going to be a massacre on both sides. Let's just hope that we end up on the right side of it. Well, as ever, the AI has picked a disgusting sandstorm of a day to do this fight, so that's interesting. Horse archers are indeed running on in, hopefully going to cause some mayhem. I will put them on guard mode. Do note that, chat, guard mode exists, and hopefully we'll just clear off these guys nice and early. Sadly, they don't actually seem to have done just that, but the chariots, yes, these guys are broken instead. But the chariots are going to break the other unit. That is lovely, lovely stuff. So you guys get yourself onto missile mode. Start dealing with them. That is a-okay. You on top of these lads, you on top of them, and we'll see what we can do. Now, a lot of their army, of course, are just all of these annoying hoplites, so they'll need a little bit more manoeuvring to deal with. However, we are at least going to take a couple of units early doors, which is happy news for us. So I'm going to send these guys over here, and hopefully we can deal with them in time. Actually, deal with the general as well. Spare general, I should say. Let's get all of these guys running, because we don't actually want to get them caught, albeit they're in a kind of terrible position for that kind of unit. However, we're going to go take out the other non-pikey lads over on the far flank here. It's probably for the best. Oh, I forgot about the Cilician pirates. Okay, you guys, you might be useful actually. You might be useful out there in that stupid position in time. Everyone else though, yeah, alright, we've got ourselves men in position. Archers, can we just have everyone else running? If you're not running, get running. Right. We're now over onto this flank to go and deal with these guys. That is absolutely marvellous. Horse archers, your job is not to actually run in. By the way, your job is just to stand around with our friends here. In fact, you should probably come and help out with these guys in a moment. There are some peltas back there. We have somewhat ruined the charge of this unit, actually, Thomas. Yes, we kind of just got in our own way. Absolutely marvellous. Okay, we'll do this again. I say we'll do this again. We've actually managed to break the levy pikemen, of all things. I don't even know that we even caught them at all, but I'm kind of just amused. So I'm going to see if we can just hack the next unit who's just standing here as well. With the chariots who really aren't supposed to be in that battle, but hilariously is kind of working. So you get back into them. I'm misclicking horrendously here, it should be said. Let's go and get these Cilicians in. You guys are struggling to break the unit you're actually supposed to be killing here, which is a bit of a shame. Get you out. I'd think that... Oh, they've broken. They've broken. It's a shame. It's a shame. I'm supposed to get the... what are those archers doing there? I tell you what. First battle of any particular day's recording is always absolutely nonsense, it should be said. It's taking a little bit of time to warm up. And the horse archers are now not on skirmish for some reason, even though I definitely did have them on skirmish earlier. Oh dear, it's absolutely lovely. Who are you and why are you over here? I don't know. I think they ran away earlier. Anyway, it probably works out. We'll just get them to swing into the rear. These guys are getting involved when they're not supposed to. You're supposed to be on skirmish mode. Don't run into them, you utter tits. Oh, you know, it's absolutely fine. I'm kind of embracing the madness on this episode already. This is just the way it's obviously going to have to go. These guys know that they've been clicked on, and so they are no longer actually going to, you know, turn their backs to us. Bit of a shame. Okay, get these lads into here, and we'll just see how that goes. We can see Celeste is breaking, which is fun. Horse archers continue to horse and to arch. That's good, and Mr. General can just charge into those Eastern mercenaries, see if he can clear them out. Sadly, yeah, some rebel skirmishers running away stupidly, as we've already mentioned. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's get these guys to get into the fight. You guys can do a little bit of war crying. You come into them, that'll be fine. Those chariots, those cavalry have already done their job. That's fine. I'm just going to say, let's flaming arrows at the general, see if we can deal with him. That'll be absolutely magnificent. Our line is not going to hold, by the way, but we're just going to see what they can do. Yeah, something like that. That's kind of the plan. The skirmishers should take care of these guys. They're largely flanked. I'm going to tell these guys not to... What even is this battle? It's so silly. I kind of love it. Right, you... Whatever this line is at this point, it's fine. I'm a bit worried for you, actually, lad. A little bit worried for you, although they're not currently coming for you. How are we doing over here, by the way? Can't even notice people seem to be running. That is indeed the Eastern guys running. Don't know how we took them out. Apparently we did, so that's good. These skirmishes are back in the battle, apparently, so that's something. These archers can shoot at them, maybe go to fire just to see if that will magically work. General, get out of there. Get out of there, that's absolutely fine. What a mess. In case you're wondering what the hell is happening at this point, I don't know, so I don't know why you're asking me. We have, well, the general's routed that guy. He's going to run off the map. We're going to blow the Horn of Destiny and see if it magically works for some unbeknown reason. So blow the Horn of Destiny. And is that piling going to do the job? I think it's going to lead to him dying, actually. That unfortunately didn't quite break them. I'm kind of a bit disappointed about that, actually, lad. I thought you'd do better. So let's get some of you into there, archers into there. General, get your philo helicopter over here, or whatever your name is, and we shall see. What about the rest of this nonsense? I feel like this battle is very winnable, but I'm kind of enjoying whatever this is. Even if this guy probably doesn't deserve to die like this. You get into here, anyone we've got. The horse archers are fleeing because I don't know what happened. They were supposed to be on skirmish mode, but they may have forgotten how to do it. So that's absolutely a-okay. We'll get the general around just to kind of run around and help out. You shoot fire into them. That should do the job, you'd think. Yes, indeed it has. Good. Good. Okay. Flaming shots. Yep. Just keep the general running around. There we are, he's broken as well. We actually might still have a chance here. It's absolutely silly on all occasions, but I reckon we can just get our lads to turn around and just join back in position largely. I think we'll actually be able to do this. You get into those militia hoplites because you can totally kill him. Mop up as many of those as you can on your way, obviously. So, yeah, I'd say we're actually doing okay. We might, maybe, be able to salvage something, possibly. Yeah, let's get the general back here just to mop him up, because that unit has indeed gone down. Yeah, they're broken too. Okay. We might just have this. The general can die before too long, and if we can do that, we might just salvage this nonsense. And this might be the moment that we just about managed to win it. Blow the horn. Oh, he can't even blow the horn at this point, but that's the general routing. Okay, with that, we might just about have it over the line. This guy's it's a proper good heroic battle for him if indeed we do manage to pull this off. I'll be quite happy about it. You get yourselves into him. Blow the horn of destiny this time, sir. No, not all of you, just the jet. No. Oh, he still did it. He still did it. That's absolutely magnificent. And it might just be the odd unit back there, actually. I'm going to tell you guys to stop firing. Get yourselves back into a position. I think it's just this guy over here. We do actually need to deal with him. So, go to those peltas who actually aren't dead yet. There we go. Now they're pretty much dying. Okay, mop them up. This guy, are you going to rout? Please rout. Quite like you to rout. Can't risk the general on him right at this second. But, oh, there's another unit over here. Of course there's another unit over here. There's always another unit over cocking here. Well, we'll see what we can do. But I think we've largely dealt with them all. It's just a matter of this guy going. He's wavering tide. He's going to get splattered by arrows anyway. So I don't think we need to worry about him too much. There we go. He's indeed gone. So I think it's just one unit left over there. 2 units left over there. Pretty much everyone's dead. Which is pretty much what I said at the start of the battle, actually. Well, Ahmose will be indeed very proud of his archers. Maybe not the rest of the army, but these were his men. So absolutely lovely stuff, Neos. Ah, Samufius Neos Philopator. This was, well, it was a mess, but you were pretty heroic, so we'll give it to you. And with that victory, we move on to the next battle, the Battle of Cyrus, where Aeson of Pusidium is going to take us down, or he's going to try anyway. He's the faction heir, albeit, yeah, it's a rather flaccid one, so maybe we don't have too much to worry about. So we'll deal with him fairly easy, I imagine. We'll just shoot him down from a distance. As you might imagine, these guys are going to get slaughtered indeed. This unit's pretty much already dead, so that's an excellent start. They're going to shuffle out of the city into range of the archers, and are going to soon die. Although we don't quite seem to be as perfectly far forward as I wanted, actually. We did a bit of a makeshift front line, it should be said. We're actually using some camels as a front line because we don't have one otherwise, so that is a-okay. You guys are fine where you are now. You can stop. We'll just get the chariots as part of that front line as well. That will be absolutely marvellous. And a few more of those horsey archery horses, McGibbles, over on that flank. These guys I forgot about, which actually is a bit silly because horse archers are good fun in this kind of affair. So let's get shooting. Let's take them down. These guys are not going to last very long. It's absolutely marvellous. We've even got frightened by chariots in there. And yes, well, if the cavalry do decide to come on in, then they've got camels to take care of anyway. So that will be absolutely lovely. Yes, there's the militia cavalry back in that part of the world. Probably should try and make sure that, yeah, maybe you go over there and deal with those chaps. You are going to run into these guys, but that will just break them anyway, so that's even better. Who is it coming around there? That's some Bedouin warriors. That's fine by me. This is pretty much the slaughter you were all hoping for. The general is indeed now going to come on in, and I'm going to say we just charge some chariots at him, because that normally goes quite well. Let's get Spartacus in there as well. He wants to go and join the fun. In come the camels, as you would expect, and the archers are pretty much just taking care of everyone else. So in come the generals, the camels, and some Bedouins. Down he goes. Indeed, he is DED dead. And with that, it's pretty much done. Spartacus does decide to get involved in the battle, so fair play to him. He is a goddamn hero. The day is indeed ours. I think Spartacus just chased down the last unit out there. I'm not even sure they even had anyone left on the plaza, actually. No, they didn't. We could have just waltzed on in. Anyway, we're going to do that. So, Spartacus, nice job. As ever, we will enslave the population, and we have this another end-turn battle to start off the day here. Lepcis Magna. This one will probably be another fairly short one. It's going to be javelins ahoy. Well, we have ourselves a great rock to fight between, and that is lovely stuff. And as we look down upon our pathetic enemies, yes, we will soon see them dead. So, we're going to get ourselves all the skirmishes in the world here today. We are... yes, just going to drown them in javelins. That's certainly the plan anyway. And these round shield caverns get charged down by our Numidians in the meantime. That is absolutely lovely. Just get those guys over there to be, yes, onto pointy formation. That's absolutely magnificent. You get into the rear with all of them. All the javelins in the world can go and hit the general, who seems to be getting himself involved for some unbeknown reason. So yes, just pull our guys out of there. They've done a good bit of skirmishing. They've cleared off a unit of cav, caused complete chaos, and hopefully pretty much won us half of the battle already. So let's just go and mop up all of that. Hope the general gets himself javelined by all the world's Libyans, who have turned up today in a strangely grassy area actually. Lepcis Magna apparently is quite nice and green. So we'll go and clear off those guys. We'll just mop up these chaps. And there are some more round shields coming for us, actually. We should probably take care of them. General is considering charging in. I left the pointy lads over there just to be a distraction. But you know what, it's absolutely fine. All the javelins in the world, a few dead Libyans, but mostly a dead Carthaginian lad. And to be honest, Thapsus is looking, well, they've got men there, but they haven't got many anywhere else. I think that guy who was dying just knocked the general off his horse, which is hilarious. The general is still fighting though, and we do need to just send everyone in to go and clear him out. So I think that's what we're going to go and do. These guys have actually been cleared off by the round shields, which is a bit embarrassing because, well, round shields aren't bad at all, but yeah, we should have really won that one, but apparently only one of them was fighting because I was trying to pull out of that there affair. So we'll lose a few more of them than we need to at this late point. Libyan spears, do not get yourself killed on him, please. Please avoid him. Please avoid him. Now that just means that all of you guys should be throwing in javelins to them. That would be magnificent. And we've now got a bit of a silly affair where the general's getting himself stuck in all sorts of weird positions. But it's only Iberians, no one needs to worry about them. So, with this battle just about won in stupid fashion. Yeah, there we go. I think it's just the Iberians left to die now. We pretty much have another victory here. And Lepcis Magna is looking very, very vulnerable indeed. And there we are. There's officially our victory. Time to mop them up. And indeed there we have another one of the fellow patters, but this time it's Nachrank, who got a decent amount of kills. But to be honest, he did have an awful lot of men. So, yep, decent enough. We'll be able to take the city after that. We've had a turncoat army. Have they not heard that we are the rebels? How does this even work? Who even was that? I think it was just a random unit, to be honest. But there we are. That Roman general forgot his duty because I forgot that he wasn't Roman. But that's maybe beside the point. Okay, so the good old city of Edelhades Campus Antiochus has been put under sea by Dacia. Hardly surprising. Ooh, that looks mean, doesn't it? Okay, good bit of experience on that. They've got silver swords on the end of their spikes. That's a shame. We do have a good army here. Maybe they're just going to be a distraction. I don't know. But anyway, it's looking fine. Salona is also under siege from Dacia. I should have renamed that. I have not. And also we had about 7,000 agents being kicked out on that end turn. Mainly because we have that many in most of our cities. That was actually them getting someone kicked out of our city, by the way. But yes, we did lose a lot. Castlevania again in the headlines. Right, so good old Nachrank over here got himself some good results. That's nice to see. So you go and attack the town. It's actually got the gates wide open. Well, I would have liked to have hired him after that if I realised, but let's just go in auto-resolve. Should we go in auto-resolve that? You know what, if you can't win that, with all the reinforcements I'm sending you as well, then I suspect you deserve to die, sir. So I'm going to say, get on with it, lad, and let's just see how it goes. He won! Yay! He managed to live. Well done. So we will enslave as we ever choose to do here. And I'm going to tell you immediately just to plod a little bit forward, just enough to put down a watchtower and get back to town. So we'll do a bit of merging, which is probably a lot of dead Libyans, I would imagine. Does seem to be the way. Sadly, we're losing the experience. No, we've managed to gain it. That's pretty nice. So, all right. We've got him to potentially move against Thapsus, but mostly just to hold ground for the time being, because actually we do have an assassin here. 2%, because that's the faction leader. I think we just killed the faction heir. Oh yeah, this is our last city. So, could we kill the faction right here? Let's give it a go. No is the answer. oh well, it was worth a try. So yes, a fair few units appearing, some construction, lots and lots of stuff and things, which is excellently good news and very detailed and informative, of course. And elsewhere, yes, just as started coming in here as the city resets itself. Fine. I'm aware, by the way, we've got plenty of men up here at Tertius. We are going to start moving them around. I was just focused on some other things in the short term. And the Greeks squatting up to Aron over here. Don't need to worry about that too much for the time being, but it could be of interest. And yes, this guy did actually get a fair amount of his army back. So I tell you what, I don't think you can guard the bridge. But you can move towards Hatchery. There's not a lot there, so maybe you can deal with that and find a way to live. As for this army, honestly, there's not a lot for it to do. We will just send Spartacus out here just to get the watchtowers done, and ultimately he will go and one day help us go and deal with the Persian menace over there. I think that job is for him to do. And he will just continue building watchtowers there. We're now at the part of the game where I'm just building watchtowers through the desert. Excellent. That's always a very, very good sign indeed. Over in Thessalonica, we probably should be getting on with this because there does appear to be a full stack heading in. So, okay, I'm just going to do a nice auto resolve here and get this one sorted because we should be able to stroll one in easily enough. So we will enslave them, which is absolutely marvellous. And Pennsylvania has expanded. Oh, that is marvellous news. Now, it is a warlord's hold, unfortunately, but that just is what it is. Sadly, what was once a Greek town will now be barbarian. We haven't been able to train anything there anyway, because in terms of the rebels, it is barbarian already. So we will get that upgraded. That is excellent news. And Sextus has himself a body slave, which feels pretty apt for his name. So all of our spies, you probably need to stick around actually, because I'm sure I saw an assassin of theirs around, but I may have lost him at this point, sadly. Yeah, I seem to have lost him. Nonetheless, we'll deal with them in time. So we'll go grab our spy. Let's go get another one in this kind of a direction, just to make sure we're keeping an eye on the likes of Tom Santium, to make sure we know what's going on there. We keep this guy with the army to make sure that no one's assassinated. We'll see what they want to do next. Obviously, we have, yes, ACs over here who, do want to do this. One of them is these guys coming in as well. I'll tell you what we'll do. We will put it under siege. We'll put it under siege. And we shall see that. Oh, actually, can we even do that from that position? We'll come over here and we'll do it. Okay, well, we'll besiege the enemy next turn. If nothing else, maybe we have a mountain in the way. Oh, dear. And as ever, Pennsylvania is under attack from, this time, what is a pathetically small army. But otherwise, it's very, very quiet indeed. It's just this one Sally battle. I guess we could have a chance at shooting the general down, but we'll just let that one happen. That was just a random force, so we need not worry about them. By Lazura, okay, Larissa, it is going to happen over here, and the only thing that worries me is their angle here means that maybe we won't get as much mountain as I'd like. Nonetheless, I'd much rather face these out in the field. This is, well, Aziz is a great general, of course. He'll probably be fine. They do have some archers, armoured hoplites, Mr. Cav, okay, and we are lacking Cav here, so we might need to use our Cav just to take out his at the start, and then we have Eos of Sparta, Factionaire, very lively, Engineer Pearl. This guy's absolutely brilliant, apart from that old adultery thing. I don't really praise that, but the rest of it, oh yeah, he's pretty darn impressive, and he'll soon be dead. And for 20 years old, sir, you were doing pretty well, but now you're going to die. Let's head on in.
There stand the Greeks, ready to fight or die. Today, I think we should send as many of them as possible to Hades. If we win here today, we do far more than just defeat an army. If we win, we take a city from the enemy. We weaken them. We take their riches, their holy places, their lands, their women folk. But the winning, that is for you to do. Are you men enough for the task? The first move in this particular game is theirs, I think. There is no advantage in numbers to either side. Therefore, skill and courage will be the keys to this day's battle. Yet, for all that, we are the stronger within ourselves. We are the greater warriors. Many times I have faced this enemy, and many times I have beaten them. Today, when we win, this victory will be yours as much as mine. Now let us offer up prayers, as all good men should do before they commit evil acts. Cleanse your soul, and the gods will armor you for the coming fight. It is they who will grant us victory!
Immediately, we're going to send in the Amazon chariots to chase down their archers. This is good fun, isn't it? Although we should probably get out of that pretty quickly, Thomas, because it looks like it does look like we're about to get ourselves caught up in those spears. So maybe just pull yourselves out to the side. Thank you very much. They seem like they're giving it up, and yes, by we've got a nice hill. We do indeed have a very nice cock-in hill. So there we go, and we'll just make sure that we get this in position nicely here as the chariots get themselves a little bit caught up. Their main job is to make sure the archers and those likes aren't doing any damage, and it seems that we got caught in the peltasts, which is not great because they now may be getting some missiles off, but I think we're okay. So we'll just send our good old Amazon friends over here to charge them down, take them out of the battle. I don't think they do too much anyway, considering the massive hill, but we'll make use of them anyway. It's probably a little bit late to have realised, but there actually are no missiles on these here chariots because they're too few in numbers, which is a bit of a shame because we've now pretty much lost them. However, with javelins, you do tend to get them back, so assuming we win the battle, all will be fine, I hope. So we'll just hope that that will take care of itself in time. That will be marvellous. We'll just go bring these guys over here. We can now, though, try and make sure that everyone is actually into pikey formation, and that'll be absolutely marvellous. So, we should be seeing here that these guys are going to get themselves slaughtered. Lovely stuff. Are you about dead now? You are going to face a lot of javelins, yes. Okay, this is actually the general unit, so it's quite good fun to take care of him with a big pile of javelins. They're not in the best of shape right now, no. So we'll just make sure the archers are dealing with them. Everyone else is lining up. I think they're waiting for the reinforcements. Lucky for us, our hill leaves us... Ooh, doesn't like that speed, does it? Might be too many missiles on the field right now. So we'll take a little bit of a hit from them. We won't worry about them too much. After what seems like forever, they're actually on their way to the battle, and they are running up the hill. They seem to have decided to stop for a moment there just as they got into range and realised what trouble they're in. So yes, Militia Hoplite not doing too well with this here hill, no. So I think we're actually almost in javelin range as well. Sadly, we did use a few up on those cav, but it's a general unit, so I don't mind if we are whittling him down, making him a bit weaker for this battle here. I will, though, probably just tell the Cretians just to aim at that cav. If I can take out the general, I'll be quite happy about it. And there are the archers back there who... Yes, we probably also do want to be aiming at. It's a little bit of a waste, but we'll just whittle them down just a little bit. So these guys are now getting themselves javelins, which is even better news. Oh dear, there's just a rain of javelins coming, and that is a beautiful, beautiful screenshot right there. Oh yeah. Oh, that's what we all want to see. Raining death on the enemy. And yeah, Greece are in a bit of bother now. We've had some difficult battles against Greece, it should be said. Just their sheer amount of spears makes it difficult to counter when you don't really have control over the composition of your army in general. We'll just let these peltasts to just kind of block up that side of the battle. And same with you guys. You just get yourselves over here just to make sure that you're just blocking up some kind of a flank. Get yourselves running, but I think in general, we're going to be A-OK. These guys are in big trouble. What could be more of an issue is the second battle, actually, guys, when they have fresh units. I'm just going to say, hold off the missiles, please. We're going to have to finish this off as it is, because we've used up most of it already, which is only a mild concern, but it was good for the old cinema. So these guys will probably break pretty soon. They're already on to tired as they make the final approach, and I suspect they're going to get themselves in a lot of trouble in terms of flanking too. So I'm going to tell these guys to charge on in. That will just slightly catch this unit. That's fine by me. I'm saying these peltasts could just charge into them as well. Get a war cry on this lad. And I'm just going to tell... Ooh, I'm going to be careful about charging down at them. And we'll just use one or two units to do a bit of work here, just to do a bit of mopping up. We'll let Mr. General McGee worry about that later. Mr. Peltas, you're not supposed to be on skirmish mode. Don't worry about that. One unit has pretty much routed this entire force, which is absolutely excellent. Shame I don't have any light cav to mop them up, but I wouldn't really have a way of dealing with the enemy anyway. So these guys might unfortunately get away just a little bit. That's a bit of a shame. Armoured hoplites have even routed. Okay, that is great news. And if you can, sir, Mr. One Hastati, who's actually in position, you can just get on top of the armoured hoplites at all. I mean, there's a lot of men getting in the way. I'm going to send the general, actually. ASCs, go and mop them up if you can. We'll just let these guys get across. We will also get, yes, these guys, the Thracians, they're nice and quick. They'll get on top of them post-haste. And here's the general. Get on top of all of these guys. That's lovely. You turn around to the general, who's also fleeing in this direction. Okay, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. Peltas, go and cover that. They are actually retreating in this direction, which is quite funny. General, please start running. I would very much like you to mop them up as much as is possible. Okay, looks like the first army is basically entirely gone. That's fine by me. Just going to get someone, you guys, go and kill them, please. Someone needs to mop them up, so that'll be absolutely fine. And you can do kind of the same thing over here. Get yourselves into position. How much mopping up have we done? Mr. General, can you please just get as far in that direction as possible? Start mopping them up, lad. We need them gone as much as possible. There we go. That's much more like it. He's woken up now. So yeah, we'll get on top of as many of these as possible. Not many are going to get away. They're not really the city lot anyway, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Armoured hoplites need to go down. Time for the second army, I guess. As the second army arrives, then we do need to bear in mind Mr. Arrows, that we should be shooting him down if at all possible. The general is actually out the front right now, just trying to clear up what remains of the first army. That's fine. He'll be able to run back up the hill if he needs to. But we do just need to be a little bit wary. So we'll mop up as much as we can. But I'm now going to say get yourselves back behind the line, sir. Nice and quick. The arrows are indeed coming into Mr. General McGee. Get yourselves into a better position just behind the spikes. Oh yeah. Greek generals not going to enjoy that kind of nonsense, are they? They are pathetically weak. So I think we'll be in a good position to finish these guys up. So a bit of a weird camera work there on the hill on the edge of the map. It's not too happy about it, but how are they doing? They're trying to send random flanking units here, which is half sensible, but they could probably do a better job. I think we'll be fine. Looks like he might be coming in for a charge. By a charge, I mean a very light trot up what is a very steep hill. Looks like Mr. Hoplites are going to get the chance to kill him, which is lovely for them. Oh, immediate shredding. And he's actually holding out a little bit longer, seeing as he's quite lively, lad. He's really just taking the mick here. Absolutely lovely. Oh, I pressed screenshot, and I think I might have caught the actual clip there, which is great news. Okay, let's get a war cry on, please, sir. You charge into you, you charge into you, you charge into you, and you're just Peltas, but you can probably do a good job in a moment as well. What are you? You're Peltas. Mr. General, charge on in. That'll be a-okay. You get yourselves over here. You charge into that flank. You get yourselves down there. And I think, to be honest, in general, we're just going to start charging in at them. That will probably largely do the job. Absolutely marvellous work. Yeah, the general's already doing that work. You get into the hoplites. You get into them as well. There are some Greek city Peltas. We'll just get this around on their actual hoplites, of course. That will be a-okay. Mercenary Peltas down there. They'll fight for a tiny bit longer, I guess. Why are these Peltas fighting? I'm surprisingly impressed at you. But they are indeed now falling apart. Onto the next one, Mr. General. I think we basically won it. There's a couple actual battles going on over here. You guys just break through them. That will be lovely. Yeah, just a couple small bits on the flanks that we just need to finish off over here. But I think in general, pretty much just running them down already, which is hilarious. And the general arrives just as the music goes angry, and that should be the battle right there. We just trace along the red line of doom just to catch out any more of their men. One of them escaped. Well done, Steve. I'm impressed with you. You get to go and die in the city instead. So 2,636 kills to less than 100 of theirs. Oh, ASCs of Pythion, I love you. It's going to be less spectacular for this guy who's going to be taken down by a lewd man, which is a phrase I probably should have phrased better. But there we are, 24 kills. We'll take it, sir. We'll take it. So we have indeed lost a settlement there. We are creeping towards 50, it should be said, but we are going to lose odd little ones like that as we go, so that's worth bearing in mind. Another one over here. I'm just going to let this auto-resolve, to be honest, not too bothered about it. And oh, we actually won. Impressive. Okay, there are more reinforcements coming, so we might have to still do more over there. Rather annoyingly, I wasn't allowed to walk straight on into the city, and they've got a new unit of armoured hoplites, but we do have 40% public order in there, so you know what, I'm going to just let that one be. Actually, that will be absolutely marvellous. So maybe we'll just do a bit more sabotage to their happiness as they go, smash up Aphrodite. That will be grand. He actually failed, so well done, sir. Okay, elsewhere, yes, we have ASC's on a little journey here. So we're going to be a bit cheeky, to be honest, and we're going to use our boats like this. The fleet can keep on moving, and these lads... Oh no, now some of them can't keep moving. That's a shame. He could keep going. But sadly, we can't keep past them along the boats. Well, we managed to get a little bit further than planned. Anyway, you come up over here. Now, we've got him lined up with a few units. We've got some Hastati here as well. That's lovely. And to be honest, sir, your job is to come and give us some more men for the final bout. And, okay, this guy has a lot of experience, lads. I don't really like it. So I'm actually going to send him over here. And if he wants to come and fight us, he can. If not, he'll just meet up with our good friend Aesis. And I'm sure you guys... Aesis? Ahmose. No, Aesis is still over here. We could involve him, actually. He's been a pretty darn big part of this campaign as well. And certainly in this part of the world. He just popped... If you remember, he actually popped up right here. Squeezed against Julianus. We somehow squeezed him out of there. And got him out. So, okay. I'll tell you what we can do. If we need to send more units to go and deal with that, we can. We're going to go and send this army then to go stand over here with the mountain to their back. That's absolutely fine. He likes having the mountains to his rear, and otherwise we'll be a-okay. I'm going to send you over here just to kind of keep an eye on what's going on. Now, I kind of noticed these guys haven't yet come in. They've got a couple of rams now. I'm just going to hold on just a little bit longer. In terms of our cities, by the way, we're up to 46, which is pretty darn nice. So... where are we going to get our last few? Obviously, Tomzantium needs to be taken. You can probably guess that's where Ahmose is off to at this point. And Larissa will fall soon enough, 47, 48. So 2 more as well when you include Tomzantium, assuming we haven't lost anything else in the meantime. As for the rest of these, Hatra can get itself under siege right about now. That is marvellous. Grab ourselves some mercenary peltas for that job. Gained himself some kind of trait, which is great news. You, Mr. Spartacus, is going to prepare the Persian force, the Persian invasion force, the force to invade Persia, that is. Okay, and you, Sir Desakenthos, you can just build more and more watchtowers. I know he doesn't actually quite get to this weird green strip I made here when editing the files, but hey-ho, it is what it is. It's satisfying to some extent, even if we've got a different culture style of watchtower. Spartacus is learning new things as he goes, which is kind of fun. So I quite like that, yes. All right, you are going to get a little bit more in terms of reinforcements. And the horse archers just going to keep on basically reinforcing. Because I would like a stupid horse archer army before too long. We're working on it. We only actually have that one Persian city. I think that might be it. Some of these towns. Oh no, you are as well, but you need to grow. Yes, that was something that we were trying to do, wasn't it? So I'm going to say, you cancel all of that. You get back to you using peoples like that, and we'll get that grown before too long. Some of these were indeed doing that. I think I might have got distracted and released them at an earlier town. Potentially that is indeed what happened. So we will go in, yes, send these guys off in that direction. I think we might be building roads soon, so that should get us a little bit further towards our end game over there. In terms of other things, oh yes, Cirta. Cirta was definitely next on our list of invasions. So you come over here. You've actually got some Samnites, which is unusual but quite fun. Oh yeah, that's what we want to see. All of the mercenaries in the world fighting against their old rulers. Now, we do have a couple of assassins over here. including their 1% chance faction leader. You know what? Basically no chance, but we're going to keep on trying anyway. I'm hardly surprised that he was slain, to be honest. But we can send more where they came from. Where are they coming from? Rome? I think they're coming from Rome. Okay, well, we got a few more coming this direction. That'll be fine. Get the spies off, get the assassins off, and we'll just try and cause them as many problems as we can. Essentially, because this is all they got left. So you might as well go off to try and slap them in the face. So that works for me. As for Spartacus the spy, yeah, you get off in that direction. We want to have a vague idea what's happening with Numidia as we start moving towards the end of them. Castlevania, what is this force? Ooh, chosen swordsman. Okay. Maybe they fancy the chances because of that. But we'll never get the warriors whole build. Hell, very, very sad. Yes, 2 druids popped up in the middle of Gaul. That was good. So they're going to manage to make it home. 40% in Alesia. Oh, keep on going. 35% in Alesia. They're struggling with that. That is absolutely beautiful. We might have a few rebellions. I did say I feel like we're just starting to get over the edge with some of these. Some of the assassination stuff, the sabotage is starting to take effect. You just pile in that direction, actually. That'll probably be for the best as well. I don't know if we've got many more spies around. I kind of like to keep one with all those generals, to be honest, to try and keep things safe. Over there on 60%, which isn't quite low enough. Well, it's low enough for some riots, but I don't know that it's going to anything over the line. You're on 85%. So yeah, we're just making life awkward for them. You train up by trying to kill a diplomat. You did! Oh, very nice. This is Cyrus. Okay, we did somewhere have one of you. Was it Isaac? Isaac's pretty good, yes. Isaac is very nice indeed. Isaac, keep on training up. And we missed. Isaac, you're letting me down, lad. Is that the Greek one, by the way, over there? That is a Greek one. So, yes, we should be aiming for him. Instead, that's some good training for the fresh lad. Okay, I think there's a little bit more to do here. But in general, I'd say we're in a pretty good spot. And the Seleucids just don't know when to quit, do they? They have decided to meet us on Blood River. Okay, so what do we have this time? There are more elephants. Excellent news. Okay, fine. In fact, there's double elephants. This isn't quite the army it originally was, but we have been reinforced with more archers as we've gone along. So not a lot of infantry to actually hold it, but there should be enough. Let it in, Desakenthos. Time for you to get some great fun on the bridge. As we get into our position for an ever-familiar battle, it's probably worth bearing in mind that this one is slightly different. This does have a reinforcement army behind us, so we will have to deal with that problem, yes. So these guys are going to get themselves into position, hopefully nice and quickly, because I really, really need them to be dead pretty soon. So, or ideally that would be the case, because I don't want to deal too much of this nonsense. Now, we've got some elephants over there, of course, but they do have, yeah, plenty of hoplites and things over here. Now, we can do plenty of horse archer work to them, causing them plenty of issues, but a little bit concerned, actually, about all of this. The chariots probably need to pull back, because they're not going to be too useful against this kind of enemy, but hopefully they can do a bit of scaring, if nothing else. And see some arrows are indeed coming in over there. Should make sure that all my arrows are on fire, because yeah, these guys aren't. But so we'll put them on fire. These guys are shouting like mad, so there's some weird instructions nonsense going on. Mission Hoplites, we can come and charge them down as they're coming to deal with our horse archers. There's quite a lot of arrows, which is slowing down the frame rate a bit here. Probably also to do with the fact that they're currently got lots and lots of madness going on with regards to the weird calling over there, which does seem to have stopped. Flaming arrows on the elephants over there is interesting. Okay, so we've got elephants over there, fine. Yeah, still my eye off this for a moment, and silliness seems to have already started occurring. Just going to see if these chariots can manage to pull off this charge here, because they are coming in at a decent angle for once. Yeah, they've done it. Good work, lads, good work. Elephants are coming on in. That could be problematic, but we'll just see what these chariots can do. They're just here to cause problems, and largely we just need to be holding up this part of the battlefield. You can see those elephants are running amok, by the way. Sadly, they're not running amok into us, into their units, sorry. They're routing, okay, that's kind of fine, I guess. You know what, they've done their job. They routed units, they kept them busy. Now we just need missiles onto the elephants as much as possible. Chariots are going to deal with these guys over there. They're just standing around. It's kind of what you'd expect, to be honest, is what they've done for most of this here campaign. So, chariots. Are you going to do this well or not? No, I don't think so right now. Fortunately, those guys have not run amok through them at all on this occasion, which is rather annoying. So, problem right now is that the elephants are to be charging directly at my main army, which is not good news at all. Well, they are currently not too busy, actually. So I'm going to say these archers might just want to get themselves turned around, actually, for these elephants, because they could do quite a lot of good work if they get themselves in position nice and early here. So horse archers continue to, for Pete's sake, they're getting caught in skirmish mode. Get yourselves out of the way. Oh, they've routed them by accident. That's good. You stay on skirmish. See what you can do. You've been broken for some reason. Not very helpful. You charge into militia cav. Once the elephants aren't moving, I'm okay with that situation. Oh, they're running amok. They're running amok. That's good. We've got enough arrows on them. You horse archers just get out of there. That's absolutely a-okay. Right. So they're running amok. That's absolutely perfect. Elephants causing chaos. Even if they just sod off, it's not too bad of a result. Everyone else over here then. How do we deal with the rest of this army now? I think we'll be okay, actually. I think they're going to be... Yeah, their general's dead. And they're going to start routing en masse, I imagine. So that's probably a-okay. Mr. Horse Archers, please don't be utter tits. Please just get off skirmish mode. Just get off skirmish mode. Horse archers are horse archering. It happens. It's a-okay. These guys can just shoot these down as they arrive. That will be perfect. And I think we've dealt with, yeah, the reinforcement army fairly efficiently, I suppose. Can my horse archers not run into the path from outside the battlefield, by the way? Which is pretty ludicrous, straight into the elephants. They haven't quite done it, but they did decide to re-enter the battlefield straight through the enemy. But more importantly, the elephants have pretty much finished the job for me over here, which is absolutely marvellous. How are these guys getting on? They're getting themselves shot. That'll be fine. These horse archers are vaguely in battle. Get yourselves over there. Get yourselves away from the elephants, lads. You've done your job. You don't need to be running amok too. I should probably, before the hubris takes hold, just stop worrying about them. Okay, you get yourselves into here. Flaming arrows will deal with them. And does anyone want to deal with these guys? I don't know. I think we're going to potentially have a repeat of previous battles on this particular front. So we'll see about that soon enough. But for the time being, we'll just finish off the first army here. And we might just start giving them the option. We might just pull back a little bit and just see if they want to come forward. Because that might well just do the job. So you stop with your missiles now. That'll be absolutely grand. Yeah, just get yourselves to the waterfront, lads. Get yourself over there. Chariots are not going to mod them up very well. Horse archers can do their job instead. Bring all the chariots over here just for, you know, general positioning purposes. That'll be a-okay. So let the horse archers mop up all of them. Unfortunately, we lost quite a lot of them, but I think they've mostly just run away, so we'll be fine. These guys, yeah, they're just lining up as ever, so I'm probably just going to tell us to just move back, and we'll just see if they want to get themselves across the river if we give them a little bit more room. Well, even with a setback from the river, they are indeed just going to stand there. So it'll probably be a fairly standard job from this point onwards. We'll just shoot them down one by one, and we will see if they decide to actually join the battle at any point. I will, though, bring some of my units around to, the other crossing, and we'll see if we can poke them over there. But sadly, we lost quite a few of the horse archers already. And eventually they would start to flee as we arrived on the flanks, and oh, okay, that is nice to see, but only for a moment actually, because we're going to have quite a few problems with the next unit poking us instead. No, actually it's all okay. It's all a-okay. I think we've got mass routes on our hands. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, and the general is piling through the rear. Oh, isn't that just magnificent? Yes, eventually, simply, I did lose a few javelin men by putting them across the river, but aside from that, pretty standard, but we did manage to have enough nonsense in the rear here to be able to mop them all up. So, very nice job here. That should be basically none of them getting back to the city, actually, seeing as, well, this Steve's apparently going to make it because we're just letting him run. These guys have suddenly found an awful lot of fleet of foot, haven't they? But we will go and chase them down. It'll be a-okay. Most of these guys will be dead. A marvellous victory for us in the end then. Look at those numbers, and considering we had a flanking force that included some elephants, I'd say that was a very good job indeed. Now, the elephants were both running amok, so in theory they do both make it back to Antioch, which is slightly worrying, but aside from that, pretty much everyone gone. And a follow-up battle then for Neos, the philosopher helicopter, who needs to take on, well, Antipatros of Carrhae, which is a bit of a worrying name when we're out in this part of the world. But apart from being untouched by fear, he's not particularly impressive, is he? No. So we've got some elephants to deal with too in the first and foremost army. That should be okay. Then we've got Archers of Doom, and they will hopefully be able to do the job. Everyone else who ran away did manage to run back to us, so hopefully we'll be absolutely fine. The banner makes it more scary than I think it probably is. I don't know what it is about this army, but I've managed to do the same thing again, where I've left some of them over in the distance. We've also managed to, yes, by trying to get the hill, we've actually walked straight into them on a hill, which isn't particularly great, because their reinforcements are there in behind us now. So that's not ideal. No, it's not. Nonetheless, I think we'll be probably fine. So let's just archers, archers, archers. Get ourselves onto guard, keep skirmish mode off, and I would probably say we want to get the chariots to be charging straight in. The zealots can be zealous and just run on into the general. That is a-okay by me. Gonna say you, don't run on in. Don't run on in. I cancelled that order before it even got given, basically, and you still ran forward. So eager are they. Zealots arrive straight into the general with the chariots, which is actually pretty darn good, I would say. Get out of there, but a good first poke. They'll probably rout as they pull out. Yes, indeed they have. And they want to run through him, do they? Absolutely brilliant. Useless bunch of tits. I'm going to send the general to go and deal with their general. That'll be a-okay. And I'm going to say, archers, go and deal with this unit first and foremost and blow the horn of destiny, which isn't really needed, but down the general goes, charged down by our great hero himself. Okay, you get yourselves out of there. Arrows are doing their job. You guys are going to go and throw some javelins at some elephants and hope that it magically works out in your favour. What was the other unit over here, by the way? Just a militia cav. That's fine. That should be fine. Alright. 2 archers onto fire arrows for him. 1 of you onto fire arrows for him. And you onto Javelin McGee. And we'll just send those guys to run on in. Iberian infantry. You guys can also die. That'll be okay. So we're going to tell these lads just to swing around. And I think that should largely do the job. Fortunately, my javelins have now got themselves in a position to be javelin by them because we ran way too... Stop running at them! Just stand still and throw your javelins at the elephants, you fools. Oh, well. This army's just supposed to be badly managed. I think that's just how it goes. So, throw in your javelins. Keep yourself on guard mode and just throw them in. Unfortunately, they only get absolutely massacred because I cocked that one up big time styly. But it's fine. If nothing else, it's just a distraction. Although those units absolutely should have been able to have done that job if I hadn't cocked it up. So it is unfortunately just the way it is. Those guys are going to mop them up, and archers, get yourselves over here. We're going to go deal with the general in a minute. With our actual cavalry doing some lovely distraction work, we can get our archers up the hill into position for what will be another stupid battle. So we'll just get the camels out to the flank. That'll be a-okay. Horse archers are horse archering. These guys actually stood longer than I expected, but I said that just a moment too soon, yes. So, archers, archers, archers. Please tell me that you can shoot these guys pretty darn quickly, because you're going to need to, damn it. Bring these lads over here, and come on, where's your range up to? Only about there. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Oh well, we'll just wait for the militia cav to join in. Oh, the camels are just getting caught. Get yourself on guard and get out of there. Oh dear. They're also getting themselves slaughtered for no good reason, but we're now actually in range, so that is at least fine. So, the camels are still just marching, not actually fighting. Maybe fight, lads. Get on with fighting. Now, at the very least, we will get the flaming arrows in. This army just likes chaos. I think we'll just embrace it. That'll be a-okay. And the Bedouins are, unfortunately, sacrificing themselves, but they've done a good job just to keep these guys busy for a while. And now they're running amok, which is what we wanted to see. That is excellent news. These guys can aim at... Oh, yes, they are going to run straight into their friends. And not nearly enough murder of your elephant friends, to be honest, lads. But we'll take it. Eastern Infantry hopefully can take the charge. Indeed, they... Well, I'm not sure they took it. Actually, I probably would say they did. On this occasion, I'm going to give them the benefit of that. I think they actually did hold that charge pretty well. So you guys get yourselves moving. Archers should just be shooting down the elephants wherever possible. Just make sure that they are actually killed, if at all possible. It's unfortunate. We do need to get the general just a little bit safe from them, though, because they can still cause us quite a lot of problems. Say all but the general. Get yourself onto the elephants, please. That will be lovely. He's unfortunately not going to chase down those guys properly, but it will be what it will be. So the generals are going to start getting mopped up. There we go. Steve fell off his elephant. There's what the javelins are supposed to do to them. Just clear them out when you don't run them stupidly across the battle map into 2 units. So, with no lessons learned at all, we'll finish off the elephants and the day will be won. Took a few horse archer deaths at the end to finish them off, but we did the job. They only have a few men remaining. The city is largely yours. And indeed, the city has fallen straight to him. Hats ahoy for Neos, who's done a pretty good job over there. Over in Dacia, the enemy are sallying forth, and you know what? I'm just going to let the auto-resolve happen. Oh. I was going to say, we're awfully close to 50, and I would like it to be Tom Zantim, of course, so that could be interesting. Oh, for Pete's sake, there's another mountain nonsense happening. Okay, fine, we'll end the day with this then, and I guess next time we'll probably get ourselves to 50, but in the first place, we do need to deal with this. So there's more and more units. This is the one with some ballista, one ballista actually. It's not a very good army really. We should have the mountain to our rear. Let's head on in. Another day, another battle on a mountain top. There is a lovely, lovely farm over there in the distance, just outside the battle map on this here occasion. So it looks like we've got some good farmland to take over in this part of the world. That is great news indeed. Nothing too much to note. There's a big rock over here, but it's not going to help us too much. Something maybe to slow down those reinforcements. This time, though, they're largely coming in together. You can see there's already some dead men on the field. Seems like we've wasted our arrows on some militia hoplites. That's pretty much all they brought to this battle, though, so I guess that's what we should be expecting. I wish I had, like, 5 archers in this army, but it's all we can actually muster at this here stage. Plenty of peltas, though. I like the heavy peltas. They've been awfully good fun to use on this here campaign. I do like that unit. Very versatile, it should be said. Now, in general, this should just be the kind of usual here, I would say. Are they going to be aggressive? The frame rate has not been happy at all recently. Not sure why the frame rate's been a bit dodgy with triple speed, but I guess we'll just have to take that situation. They will cause us a little bit of damage, but I suspect there's going to be a lot of routing pretty darn quickly here. And yeah, this flank is actually peltasts. They've actually potentially could cause us a problem over here if I'm not careful about it, so I will bear that in mind, but we will see about this. Yeah, it looks like they're getting whittled down pretty darn effectively. All the Hastati in this army are just magnificent. It's a shame we can't keep these Roman towns any longer. They're pretty much... It's been very difficult to kind of maintain any of the Roman ones. Don't run after them, you fools. Yeah, okay, yeah. Get in the rear of them, that's fine. You can do that kind of job. You guys can come and help them. And in general, it's already a bit of a mass rout, isn't it? That's quite fun. So, I'm going to start saying... actually, this bit of the field probably needs to stand pretty firm because they've got plenty more coming. I'm going to say down the middle we can probably send a... I might see if they regroup a little bit first, actually, because this feels a bit dangerous to chase them down any more than I already have. So we're just going to bring ourselves back into position. We'll let them regroup. We'll let them come in for a second go because it looks like, yeah, they are going to come on back in. And it would be a little bit dangerous to get ourselves off the hill and charge down. This isn't Hastings, damn it. We're far more smarter than that. Hilariously, I just sent the chariots through just to go and mop up the few units who hadn't decided to come back. Shock horror, their militia hoplites, and it's caused a mass rout through the entire centre of their battlefield, which includes basically their general and many others. So this time I am actually going to say we go for the Doom charge. So I would say that is very, very much the case. So yes, we'll just start piling on. I'm going to say you head down to those peltasts instead. Cretians are out of arrows, sadly. That is a bit of a shame. It looks like we're largely out of them in general. So yeah, we'll go on to war cry. These guys, you just walk slowly towards the enemies. That will be absolutely fine. And I'm going to say, yeah, we can just start piling in some of these guys. And hopefully sheer numbers will do the job. The chariots, by the way, not particularly ideal for this. They have no missiles and they're not particularly melee lads. But I'm just going to say we start walking these guys down the hill as well. Yeah, mass rout. That's what we are here to see today. There's a few units potentially still fighting, just need to be wary of. Yeah, just make sure we're getting into their flanks. But I think we've basically got this done, haven't we? Okay, yeah, just a few units here or there. But victory is ours once again. The only bit of battle that's actually been a bit tricky is up here where these units have caused us a couple issues. I did kind of call that at the start. Unfortunately, we lost a few archers because I did send them in and kind of forgot that they were over there, which is a bit unfortunate, to be honest. I thought we just would have routed them by then. They'd be mopping up, but it turns out that is not the case. The enemy general is fleeing for about the 4th time in this battle, and we officially do have victory now, which is great news. We can try and mop them up. We don't have an awful lot of, like, you know, cavalry to do that job. That is the one issue over here. It'd be very nice if we could get some, maybe just some Greek cav, which I don't think I ever normally say, but they are at least useful for mop up enemies who will not fight them, which is basically all they can do. So we'll mop up whenever we can. What a glorious victory that is. Aces of Pythion, 3,000 kills. He lost 300 or so. Not too bad, but that is the back of the Greeks, largely broken now. Well, over in Sevilla, we are unfortunately going to lose that army, but to be fair, we're so near to 50 settlements that I don't mind too much, because I really want to make sure we do it right here as we reach the end of, well, not the whole campaign. I should point out, we are going to play beyond 50. But what we'll probably do is move this to 1 a week as we continue on with the campaign. Yes, 48 controlled. And we'll probably move this to 1 a week after we've got the 50th settlement. And we'll move on to a new series. So do look out for that next week. Well, the week after next, I would say, as this will be the Thursday episode, and then that will be, I'm assuming, next Monday we'll be getting settlement number 50. Okay, so yes, 48 for the time being. That Larissa. Larissa flipped to us. Excellent. So we finally actually had one of the Greek settlements flip over. That's great news. Anything else flipped, by the way? Nothing this turn, but that's nice. Okay, so have that change over to our hands, which is great news. It's going to send more and more spies over to Bylazora, seeing as the Greeks are looking quite flimsy at this point, aren't they? Indeed they are. So, let's get you, Mr. Army, onto Admiral War, please. And let's just get this army together. Now, we could go and deal with Pergamon, but you know what? I think, Mr. Aaron, you've done a decent job for us. And I think that you can carry off our forces to go and help out with the final battle. So we have ourselves here a few horse archers, some Amazon chariots, obviously some of his good friends, the original peasant Steve that took out the first city, the rebel general who came and helped him while he was fighting off in the corner down the south of Egypt, in the land known as Helios now, of course. We'll send the spy over. Admiral War is the one to deliver him, obviously. Oh, lovely. We get ourselves some proper hoplites for the army. That feels apt and beautiful. We'll bring some lovely, lovely naked fanatics, because we've always had plenty of those lads in our armies through this campaign. Some heavy peltasts, beautiful, beautiful troops. We need some more basic units, though. We definitely want the Cretians and the Rhodians. They are magnificent beasts at all times. We're supposed to 4 more, so I'm going to say it's the general. We'll bring... Yeah, don't worry about the horse archers. We will bring him along to help. So that is good. Yeah, we'll just bring some front line because we are trying to take a city, Thomas. Probably want us to have some there infantry. So let's go land him over there. Ahmose the Great has made landfall in what will be our final settlement. And in the meantime, this army can maybe just swing back to safer territory. Oh yeah, you're supposed to have some Hastati, weren't you? So I don't know who we're going to leave behind on that note. I'll have to work that one out. I'll tell you what, we'll figure that one out in between times. That'll be fine. Nonetheless, he is now ready to make his final push over there. We are 2 settlements away from victory. Plenty of excellent faction announcements going on. Everyone's having a grand old time. Unless, of course, you're Greek, I guess. Although the Greeks have done pretty well up till now. It looks like, by the way, what's over here? Ooh, this is rebellion as well. Okay, so smash up a temple. That'll be good. Maybe get another spy in there. There's another assassin. Let's just smash up some other things. Cavalry stables. That can give them games or something. I don't know. That's got him killed. That's a bit of a shame. Do we have any more spies over here? We're a bit short on those. That's a bit of a shame. I think Tarsus might. No, you don't either. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, we're sort of lacking in agents to keep pushing this one. We will, seeing as we've got this under siege, 70%. I'm going to err in for a minute there because I quite like it to flip, but it's only 70% and we don't seem to have completely demolished that temple. So, you know, we'll just get on with besieging it. Sometimes it takes a few hits to actually make the place melt. So, okay, fine. We've got some horse archers over here at Carrhae. That's great. Spartacus is heading off towards, yes, the Persian lands. That would be great to see you arriving. We can bring some of our friends over here to help you. And we can actually just let these peasants be free. That would be lovely. We'll probably do the same with these ones as well. You be free, and we will get on with you heading over in that direction because that's definitely a settlement we need to go and deal with as the game comes to its conclusion. Okay, I'm going to get all this organised in between this and the next episode. We are on the verge of our victory here, the official victory conditions, which apparently actually doesn't exist for us. But there we are. Anyway, I'm going to take it as 50. And Rome, we need 2 more. So we are so close indeed. I hope you will join me for that. But for now, I'll leave you. I'm Thomas, this is Nerfed the Human. This has been a magnificent Rebels campaign. Thank you. And tally-ho. Send in the camels. Those shiny, smelly camels. Oh, the anarchy loosed upon the world, apart from over here where we're kind of routed. Stupidity got us into this mess. Stupidity will get us out of it, damn it. We will have a last stand at some point. But it's not today.